trust they will not be found dead.
Dunk! I told you to stop talking! Hey guys, it's your girl Aisha, aka Geek XX Chic, and we're here with another reaction to A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. We're on episode 2, which is called Hard Salt Beef. Doesn't sound appetizing. Probably isn't very clean either. Anyways, last episode was our introduction. We got to meet our main character, Dunk. He just lost his mentor, his knight, who he'd lived with for most of his life, and he's trying to figure out what to do with his life now. He's decided he wants to become a proper knight, and that the first step to that would be to enter a tournament. Unfortunately, no one witnessed his knighthood, which, I mean, I'm going to be honest, I think he's lying about it. But either way, if he can get recognized, he can at least compete. So that was his goal, was to find someone to recognize him, to give him a chance at the tourney. It didn't go well his first day, but he did manage to gain himself a squire in the way of a young man by the name of Egg that we've met so far. So Egg is a very intelligent, cute, quiet, but determined boy who has managed to secure himself a job at Dunk's side. So that's where he ended the episode, ready to jump into this one. But just before I do, please do hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell, and also a reminder that you can catch an uncut version of this reaction on my Patreon. All right, that out of the way, let's get into the episode right now.
Remember him, but
Stay there.
Ass again?
it was a true knight.
Oh, it is. Oh, whoa.
Quiet and humble.
Sir Arlen.
He always knew what was expected of him,
That's it.
even as he was dying. He just got on with it.
Why do I know so much about Sir Arlen? Why do I feel like we should exchange vows now?
He held no lands, sired no children.
Sure? I think he might have sired a few.
He wanted for nothing but the open air.
Or can he not afford to go to an inn? Glad they had some good times. It definitely didn't look like in the first episode, it looked like my boy Dunk just got swung on. You about to fall off that horse.
Sweet kiss on the point of my blade.
Something tells me he's not drunk. But that wound on his arm looked like it got mad infected, like it's just open. Yeah, look at it. We don't have a what do they call them that they used to do in this world, the doctors?
House Tyrell. Sir Erlen often spoke of his time in your service as his very finest.
Really?
I know him not, man.
Damn.
Was your shit night?
Ah!
You can't have been a very good
I was about to
man.
say, maybe not shit, but not memorable, clearly.
This is undignified, sir.
Oh.
Now why you must stop your master dying over and over again. Though it does not seem like his lords are even listening to you.
Damn, not this kid being poetical.
You can say fuck their permission right into the list, call out Longthorn Tyrell, and turn his arsehole into a lance hole.
Whoa! The mouth on this kid.
Why do you treat these royal lapdogs like they're your betters?
They are my betters.
You're not.
You're too brazen for your own good.
Is he? He's got sense.
Hey, who's come?
Can't you see the banner, you giant cunt?
Wow. Can everyone just have some coffee? Relax? Everyone's so cranky.
Perhaps I should go back, sir. Check on the camp.
Why are you scared?
Gonna have your sword to run people off with, or a mace.
You have a knife, that's enough.
Why is Egg so scared?
And I'll hunt you down with dogs.
You don't have dogs!
I was about to say,
I'll
you
get
can't
some.
afford no dogs, liar.
Oh.
Gotcha, though.
Baelor Targaryen, firstborn son of King Darren the Good.
Darren? No. This is after House of the Dragon. This is after House of the Dragon, right? So maybe it is that Darren. Oh, yep, you're a Targaryen, all right.
Not clever enough.
You're a product of inbreeding. Shut up.
I have the honor to be a knight.
Knighthood has fallen on sad days.
That's actually nice for a Targaryen. Oh, shoot.
The pretty ones are always temperamental.
Ah, she just got a bit excited.
I'm sure you're
that's all.
talking about the horse.
I'm Sir Duncan the Tall.
Well met. I'm Sir Roland Craycole, and this is my sworn brother, Sir Donald of Duskendale.
Cool.
Do you ride your horse into battle, or does it ride you? Now tell me, Sir Duncan, is there a proper place to shit around here?
Not really.
I
no.
feel like most people just go wherever they want in this world.
Where are you from, man?
Everywhere.
No place, really.
I know it. My family's from there.
Aw.
We were crabbers at Duskendale. Far back as it goes.
Okay.
May I ask, sir,
These guys at least
as the
aren't
son
jerks.
of a crabber, came to have the honour of being a knight in the Kingsguard?
Indeed.
Same way we became crabbers.
Thanks.
Are you Baelor Targaryen?
No.
No.
Then would you move the fuck out of the way?
Yeah.
That guy hates his job so much.
Perhaps the young princes have just been delayed?
Fuck me.
Rather not.
Do not curse our gracious host.
Said fuck me, not fuck him.
You sure?
The prince's sons are missing.
You'd be more concerned if it was your son, old Roger. Oh.
Probably dead.
Hmm?
You're big and stupid.
She ain't wrong.
No doubt Sir Roland will turn him up and Aegon along with him.
When the tourney is
Oh
over,
god, there was like 80 A-guns. Who knows which one that one is?
do not need to be reminded of my son's failings. He can change. He will change. Gods be damned.
Sure.
You.
Right? Like, you are not at all...
What do you mean by spying on us?
Right? Like, who invited you? Especially when you're so big you can't even hide.
I have
That's
asked
bitter.
Sir Manfred Dondarrion to vouch for me so that I might enter the lists, but he has refused to do so.
Who?
Exactly.
Unless you have better proof to support what you say, some writing or...
Do you remember him, Your Grace? You may have forgotten.
Don't start with that. Start with a memory.
Sir Arlen of Pennytree.
Maybe you should tell me he had a big dick. I feel like that's something people wouldn't forget.
He overthrew Lord Stokeworth in the melee at King's Landing.
He told me of that many a time.
Then you will recall the Grey Lion's true name. I have no doubt.
Homie's like, I'm really rooting for you, pal, please.
The Grey Lion. He's Lord of Casterly Rock now.
So he is.
Ooh, pull that one out.
I make it a practice to learn all I can of my foes.
There you go.
The lots made Sir Arlen my opponent in the first tilt. We broke 4 lances before I finally unhorsed him.
It was 7.
Oh. He's like, I'll challenge you to that memory. Homie's like, wow, he wasn't lying.
Sir Arlen often told me that you were the soul of chivalry, and that one day the 7 kingdoms would be safe in your hands. No, I did not mean that the king should...
You wish to enter the lists?
Yes.
Is that it?
Please stop talking.
Your Grace,
Very well, sir. You are grateful. Now fuck off.
Oh, have some coffee.
His sons went astray on the way here, and he fears for them.
We heard.
I trust they will not be found dead.
Dunk! I told you to stop talking!
You are not of Sir Arlen's blood.
Not that he knows of.
By law, only a true-born son is entitled to inherit a knight's arms. You must needs find a new device, sir, a sigil of your own.
Oh, because of the shield, right.
I will fight bravely. You'll see.
Good for Dunk. He took the chance.
This way.
I know not. Bless him. But yeah, fortune favors the bold, y'all.
One for last night.
That was great. How did you do the fire tricks? Oh,
Wants to know the secrets. Ooh,
is it pollen?
Yeah, we collected on the way.
smart.
I've never seen such giant puppets. Did you make them yourself?
My uncle builds them.
Thank
But-
goodness. Egg's there to keep the conversation going.
I need to paint something over the chalice.
Well, what would you want?
Right? A tall guy.
I
Haven't
don't
thought about it
actually
yet,
know.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, he's hopeless. Egg, help him, please. Please, Egg, help him.
Yeah, the field should be the colour of sunset. Because the old man always likes sunsets.
What about,
And,
would you like
Elm
Dunk?
tree. Big one.
Oh yeah, you do like trees.
An elm tree, that would serve. But with a shooting star above.
Oh, because he said the stars.
I am Sir Duncan the Tall.
I'm Tanzel. The boys used to call me Tanzel Too Tall.
Look at that!
Not too tall. I mean, you're just right for...
Egg's like, I'm still a child. Puppets, yes. Let's say that.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait,
The shield?
the
Yes,
shield.
sorry.
Thank you.
Yes, the
Yep,
shield.
there we go. He's so cute. He's got a crush.
just it didn't feel well handled.
It was awkward,
She is painting your shield.
but she didn't tell you to go to hell, so.
You are both gigantic.
To you! Calm down.
It's
You would have large children.
commonality.
See?
Right, yeah.
You can bond about that. That's what Egg's trying to tell you. Find common ground, bro.
Do you think I'll ever make a knight one day?
Sure, why not? You're a likely lad.
I'm a bit puny.
Now,
You'll grow.
hopefully.
Everyone's always told me I was stupid.
There should be an addendum to that, Dunk.
And
Yeah.
what? What did you do when people said you were stupid, sir?
What business is that of yours? My problems are my own.
Aren't you trying to help me?
Help you what? Grow? Yes, head.
Grow. Oh my god. Why'd you put Egg White to be the first one to hit the mud? No. Oh, that's the privilege of being a being a royal. Oh, that's my boy. Egg said I'm not getting dirty. Don't, for the love of God, mate. Come on, use that weight.
You do good work. None better.
Know your worth.
I need some armor on tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Hi.
You're a big one. Well, I've armored bigger.
Oh, I'd like to see.
Nothing prettied up with gold or silver, like.
You can't afford it anyway.
How much? 800 stack. For I'm feeling kindly. 800?
For just the helmet? Or for all of it?
A half helm, a mail halber. Steely paid. Sells only his own work.
800 stag is crazy. I don't even know what that is, but that sounds a lot.
I could make use of the metal. If it's not too rusted, I'll take it and armor you for 600. I only have 2 stags. Send your squire along with the rest, or else they'll sell me wares to the next man. You'll get it all back, I swear. I mean to be a champion here.
He does. See what I mean? Like Duncan's sincerity, there's something about him that's very disarming, and like people want to help him because he gives like an air of needing help despite his size.
If I win, I'll come back and buy you again. I promise.
I mean, you have 3 horses.
See, she has some oats tonight. Yeah.
Aw, you're a sweet guy, Dunk. That's why the horses love you.
And an apple too.
Okay, getting a little demanding here.
You know the old man lived nigh on 60 years and was never a champion.
It's bugging my cider.
Maybe some great house might take me into its service.
There we go.
Perhaps even House Targaryen.
Oh, that is not where that kid wants to go.
I'll have you know Sir Donald of the Kingsguard is but the son of a crabber.
His father owns half the crabbing fleets in Westeros.
Still, crabbers. Might be rich crabbers, but still
How would
crabbers.
you know?
Because he knows a lot, clearly. This kid is a royal, isn't he? Probably a bastard Targaryen. And again, I'm using their terminology. Of course, I don't think illegitimate children, by their standards, are bastards. Maybe. Oh, that would explain why he's bald. His hair is probably white. That's why he said he wasn't from King's Landing so quick, or Flea Bottom. Was he looking at the young guy? Although I'll take that over the Hawk of the Loogie. Is it Bella Targaryen?
Prince Valar. Baelor's son.
He's a favourite, I'd wager.
I'll take that bet, sir.
Yeah, I don't know. It's because Dunk is so out of the loop that he doesn't realize the amount of knowledge that Egg has about royal etiquette, house etiquette, who's who in the zoo is royal level education, the kind of stuff they would have to know. Like, that alone should tell him this kid's a noble kid, but yeah, we saw that Egg immediately hid, so those Targaryens that are there would recognize him. Who won? Dunk's like, I'm not exactly sure what happened. And now I'm not so sure that I know what I would need to do. Oh, why?
Sir, put me down, sir.
Why? Who's there? Oh, no, horsey! Oh God, you're getting it. Oh wow, I don't like this for the horsies. I don't like it. Crazy. Okay, shield grab. Panic attack, starting to realize this shit ain't easy. Okay. Interesting that he would think about Arlen in that moment.
Splendid riding tonight.
Yeah?
The part with the fish was disgusting.
Thank you.
Something the matter, sir?
All right, a little quiet.
Do great knights live in the hedges and die by the side of a muddy road?
Oh.
Sir Erlen wasn't gifted with sword or lance, and he drank, and he whored, and he was a hard man to know.
Sounds like most of the knights, to be perfectly honest.
He lived nigh on 60 years and never was a champion.
Maybe he never wanted to be.
What chance do I have, truly?
Come on now, Dunk.
I wasn't his family, but he kept me like we were.
There you go.
He raised me to be an honourable man.
Seems like you did a good job.
Noble lords can't even remember his name.
Well, they're assholes.
His name was Sir Erlen of Pennytree. We will show them what his hand has wrought.
That is the mindset we need to have. Thank you. I was like, I hope this is not a pity party. And we gotta wait to see what will happen on the morrow. Fair enough. Okay, guys. Well, that was episode 2, and it was really good. Like, even though it was a bit shorter than the last episode, I feel like they packed a lot in, and considering these are actually quite short, like, yeah, they're keeping it quite condensed, but we got a lot. Like, they're really not wasting a single minute of it, which I appreciate if we can't have longer episodes. A few really good themes in this episode. I think where Duncan's concerned, we saw that, you know, he's feeling a little bit lost as to what to do because his first attempt of trying to get anyone to recognize him was not working. But then we see that after going and kind of begging the next day to different houses, you see he came across the Tyrells next. And I love that we're getting so many names that I recognize from the Game of Thrones world. But yeah, we see that as he's going and begging all these different, you know, knights, hoping that they'll recognize him, we finally get like Egg saying like, yo, like, this is not it. Like, this is embarrassing. It's making you look desperate. And like I said, like, Egg is just so already wise and smart and, you know, just very with it, shall we say. And I really like that he points out something about the way that Duncan speaks to these guys and carries himself around these knights. And he's like, why do you treat them like they are betters? He's like, these are the lowest of the houses they come from. These are not even like the higher ups. These are like the bare, you know, this is in their houses, they're considered to be the low lives, and you're treating them like they're so great, right? And of course, from where Dunk's coming from, he was a squire, right? So of course he feels like, you know, in the hierarchy of things, they are above him. But I think it's more that Egg was trying to point out, like, he's like, you gotta put a little, you know, put a little respect on your own bottom lip here. You're sitting here expecting people to respect you, but you don't really treat yourself like you're worthy of respect, right? He's like, again, of course, you know, I don't think he was saying that Dunk should be disrespectful, because we all know that in those times that could get him in a lot more trouble than not. But it's more of, you need to, kind of like we saw in the last episode where, what was his name? Lionel told him, like, you need to hold your head up, put your shoulders back, you know, actually own the fact that you're one of the tallest men here. Like, be yourself, like, have confidence in yourself. You need to kind of stop acting like you don't deserve to take space, right? You have a lot of space that you take because of your size, but either way, you have a right to that space because you exist, you know? So anyway, we see that the Targaryens arrive, and Egg immediately freaks out. Like, the look of terror on his face is like, okay, he knew that is one of two things. Either he'd crossed them or they know him. And now I realize it's the latter. I should say, I don't know, but I feel 90% certain it's the latter. So he suddenly wants to leave, and we see that it's two of the Targaryen children, Darren's kids, apparently. And so anyways, when he gets there, he of course meets up. He figures, okay, well, maybe I can talk to a Targaryen, because Sir Arlen had interacted with some Targaryens at some point. So either way, he goes up and of course is planning to do his whole like, you know, sheepish, golly gosh, gee whiz, sir, can you help me thing. But he ends up running into another knight. And this knight, he finds out like he thinks he's part of this big noble family. And the guy goes, no, like I'm not part of a noble family. He just calls his family simple crabbers, right? And so of course he's like, okay, well, if you didn't come from a noble background, then how did you get to become part of the Kingsguard? Because that's a path I might want to take. And homie just says the same way my family became crabbers and walks away, right? And so effectively what I got from that is he was telling Dunk like, my family just took the initiative and made it happen, right? So you're just gonna have to do that. So we see that that's what Dunk does. He goes and he makes his own opportunity, right? He knows that the Targaryens are not gonna just come to him. In fact, we saw the interaction that he had with one of the little Targaryen boys who basically was like, yeah, you're not worth my time. But he goes in, overhears the conversation, finds out there's 2 Targaryen kids that are currently missing, and they've been missing for a few days. And anyways, what I'm sure that information will come around to be useful at some point, but right now it's not exactly anything. But he manages to get in on the conversation and gives the whole backstory. And thankfully, Dunk, that's the thing with Dunk. One thing we have to say about Dunk, his memory is fantastic. He remembers like every single person that Sir Arlen's either interacted with when he was with him or the stories that Sir Arlen told him. So we got to remember that about Dunk. The memory is actually very, very, it's very sharp. But anyways, he manages to get one of these guys to recognize who Sir Arlen is. And it turns out that, well, thankfully, because this Targaryen is not a complete asshat. Like he's like, I try to know my opponents. That's why I know the name and why I remember the name. But it looks like Sir Arlen actually gave him a decent fight. And that's one of the reasons he stuck in his mind. But either way, between the fond memory of Sir Arlen and, like I said, something about Dunk's presence, he's just naturally endearing, right? He's just naturally disarming, and considering his size, I think it's why a lot of people don't expect it from him, but he really is. He's got this innocence and I think this kindness about him and this genuineness that makes people just lose their guard. Like, yeah, he's got a few people who look down on him, but it's like as soon as he just kind of like just stays in their presence long enough, it's like people just feel the need to help him, right? So we see that in the end, he thankfully gets the go ahead from this knight, because he's like, you know what, fine, like I remember Sir Arlen, so if you say he knighted you, so be it. But then he said, like, you can't use his sigil though, because that is only inherited by blood. So you're gonna have to come up with your own sigil, which I think is a good thing, because as much as he loves Sir Arlen, this is Dunk's story, right? And he's Dunk the Tall now. He needs to have his own legacy to go forward, right? So that prompts him to go and see the lady who does the storytelling. We saw her last episode doing the dragon story. This is a different story this time, but yeah, Dunk has got the fattest crush on, what's her name? Tanel? Was it Tanel? I can't remember now. Something with an L at the end. But yeah, he's got a fat crush on her, which is adorable and just so awkward. And thank God for Egg being there to work as the kind of translator between these. I mean, it's not on Tanel. Tanel, I don't think is seeing Dunk for anything other than another one of these nights. But yeah, my boy is just, you know, you got that fat crush and you cannot talk for anything. That's what he's in right now. But either way, he manages to come up with a sigil, and I do think it's a good one. You know, make it a tree. We all know that the tree since last episode is a thing with Dunk, and you know, trees are often also used to represent people who are very tall, right? That's an expression people say, oh my God, that kid's growing like a tree, or he's tall as a tree. So it kind of works. And also trees are steadfast. Trees are associated with being something solid, something rooted, something firm, something somewhat reliable, if you will, like stability. And I feel like that those are all the qualities that Dunk actually has exuded already, even though we've only met him for 2 episodes. So I just think it's a very fitting sigil that he decided to do. And I love the shooting star, because we heard last episode, you know, Egg was saying how your luck is tied to the stars. So love the choice of sigil, and they've left it with her to paint. And yeah, apparently she's also tall for her size. So I feel like we're leading to the two of them potentially getting together, because I noticed in my comments people were saying that he is an ancestor of Brienne, and Brienne, as we all know, is a uncommonly tall woman. So the tall genes are, you know, if the two of them do get together, the kids are probably going to be massive as well. So anyway, that was a cute little interaction, but at least we know where Dunk's heart lies at the moment. And then then later on, we see that eventually we get into the jousting match, the first round of jousting matches, which looks like it's all the royals that are going at it, or at least the big houses of the different kingdoms. And, you know, Egg is absolutely over the moon excited about it. And I just love that, you know, he's giving all this advice to Dunk about the different houses and who's whom and, you know, their skills and things like that. And as I said in the episode, that because Dunk is who he is, he just doesn't even pick up on the fact that why does Egg know all this? If he's just a kid who, again, if you noticed last episode, Egg was he made sure to dodge the question of where he was from. Dunk made an assumption that he was probably from Flea Bottom or King's Landing, but Dunk never confirmed or denied it. And again, as I said, just the amount of knowledge, the way Egg speaks, which is very articulate, very particular, very mature. It's giving highly educated, properly educated, royally educated, right? So I do think now my theory is that Egg is in fact the child of a royal, a child of a Targaryen specifically. And again, with the way their family tree is, he could be a full-blooded prince or he could be one of the illegitimate. But either way, I feel like it's a Targaryen child we're dealing with that likely ran away, because we all know that life in that place can be very bad depending on who your parent is or where you fall in the hierarchy. And we heard Egg ask in the episode, like, do you think I would make a good knight, or could I be a knight someday because I'm quite small? Everyone says I'm quite small for my age. Didn't say how old he was. Yeah, that might be another issue within the House Targaryen, right? Is if, you know, they expect this child to grow up and be the next, you know, king. And I believe someone in my comments said that this is beyond the age, like the last dragon has already died at this point. Like we all know that, you know, in Game of Thrones, the 3 eggs still exist, but yeah, there's no more dragons here. So I was like, maybe, you know, he's too small to dragon ride, but maybe they just think he's too small to eventually bear arms or do any of those other things. But either way, clearly Egg is struggling with whether or not he'll be ever taken seriously, I guess, at this point. And so anyway, interesting to just little facts that they're kind of sprinkling in about Egg and who he might be and who he might be attached to, where he might lie in all of the royal family if he is in fact part of it. But yeah, I think that's kind of what they dropped some fat hints about this episode, is where he might come from. But again, bless Dunk's heart, he's just too oblivious to pick up on the fact that, you know, like I said, the fact that he ran screaming, the fact that as soon as the Targaryens came in, and then like I said, just how articulate and smart he is. But anyways, I'm sure as the series goes on, we're gonna get some more hints as to who he is in the grand scheme of the Targaryen family. But anyways, yeah, they see that they watch the match, and watching the match somehow triggered memories for Dunk of Sir Arlen in his final moments, burying him alone at the side of the road. And we heard earlier in the episode that, you know, they lived a pretty simple life, right? There wasn't a lot of home, like there was no sense of home. There was no like place that it seems that Arlen owned. They slept outside a lot of the time. Arlen was pretty much a happy-go-lucky, very simple pleasures kind of guy, right? Didn't really do much or say much, but like he said, overall it was a good upbringing. It looks like, you know, he got a lot of warmth and felt a sense of security from Sir Arlen as a mentor and as a knight. And so all that to say that I think that seeing it, because at first I was like, I don't think this is PTSD, because, you know, as much as it is sad to see someone die and have to bury them yourselves, it doesn't feel like they'd be the kind of thing that would trigger that in Dunk. But I think what it was is that seeing those knights and how grandiose they look and their nice armor and how well they joust and how people cheer them on and know their names, and seeing the way that Egg was even so not enamored, he realized that that's not the kind of knight that raised him. But as he told Egg later on, he's like, he may not have been the most amazing knight or the most memorable knight by these standards, but he's like, he was the only, well, like, I mean, he didn't say it, but I mean, effectively, he's like, he's the only father I've ever had. And he did treat me well and he taught me well. And so I want to show that even though they may not remember him, that he was worth remembering, right? So that's why he's kind of got that resolve, and that's kind of his reason for going into the tournament, and that's going to be like his mindset, which I think is a good thing, right? If you're going to fight well, you usually have to have something to fight for. And I don't think that Duncan really knew what he wanted to fight for before, but he does now. I think he's a little bit more resolved about what he wants to do. And like for him, it's going to be, this is for Arlen. This is for me showing, you know, this is his way of saying thank you for taking me in, raising me, treating me the way you did, teaching me what you did. I'm going to show you that it's not all for naught. We see he made the same promise to the Targaryen guy for giving him the chance to be in the tourney, and then again to the guy who made him the armor, which again, like I said about Dunk's overall demeanor, the way he just makes people want to help him, to go from 800 coins to 6, which I think he reduced even more, and that's why Dunk sold his horse. Like, why did he do that? He didn't have to. Dunk didn't ask him, he didn't beg. He just put instantly put the helmet back when he heard that price. And that man said, you know, God, let me just discount it because something about this kid, right? So yeah, Dunk made all those promises. Like, I'm going to make it worth it. Everyone is believing in me. I'm going to prove that he didn't make a mistake in doing that, right? So I love that. I love that he really seems to have this beautiful belief in himself that's starting to blossom. And I really think that the egg is actually really instrumental to that because of his little pep talk about, you know, just because these people might outrank you doesn't mean they're better than you. So, you know, hold your head up, right? So yeah, good episode. Like I said, lots of really good themes there. We got quite a bit as far as like some backstory, some understanding. And again, I love how they're layering these things in about Dunk, but as we're also starting to slowly learn a bit more about Egg, which I'm very curious now about where he fits in the equation of all these noble families. So yeah, good episode. I enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching along. If you did, please show some love, and I'll see you in the next one.